25 female. I'm having an affair.
Before we get started, make sure to subscribe so you will never miss a video. So let's get started.
25 female. I'm having an affair. So I don't expect any sympathy for what I am about to say. I realize that you all will probably hate me, and I rightfully deserve it, but I have no one I can talk to about this. I met my husband, 30 male, when I was 21. After dating for only a couple of months, I found out I was pregnant. He was so sweet during that time, and we were both financially stable, so we made a decision to parent. We also decided to do the right thing and get married. After only 4 months of knowing each other, suddenly we were married, living together and having a baby. It was all so fast, and I was so young. Fast forward to now, we are still married and we have an amazing son. My husband is the most wonderful father I have ever met. He is so completely devoted to his son. He is good to me too. He's kind and gentle and a hard worker. He doesn't do drugs, doesn't hit me, is all around a good guy. Our relationship is more like a close friendship. We co-parent together very well and we trust each other. However, we just never really fell in love. I love him as my son's father and as a friend, but I am not and have never been in love with him. We even live as friends more than husband/wife. We very rarely have sex, and most of our conversations involve our child. I reconnected with an old friend, 25 male, last spring, and our friendship grew to very flirtatious. He told me in July that he's always had feelings for me, but he understands the situation and will respect whatever I feel comfortable with. I have feelings for him that I never felt for my husband. I feel good about myself when I'm with him. Last week, our emotional affair became sexual. I feel horrible about doing this to my husband. I know I'm a bad person. I just don't know what to do from here. I haven't told my husband about any of it. I have tried cutting out my relationship with the other guy a number of times before it got sexual, but I keep going back. I don't want to leave my husband. He's such a good father, and I don't want my son to grow up in a broken home. I don't want to have a split time for my child. I don't want to have to find a new place to live and divide all of our stuff. The thought is too overwhelming. To be honest, I probably wouldn't even be with my husband if we didn't have a child involved. We probably would have broken up a long time ago. So the other man knows that I am having a hard time and is giving me space to figure it all out. I have spent all day crying and I just need to get this out there. Even if you all think I'm scum, I just don't know where to go from here. TLDR, I got pregnant and then married my husband after only 4 months of dating. I have never been in love with him. Now, I'm having an emotional/sexual affair with another man. Edit. Okay, since I can't reply to all of you, I just wanted to let you know that I read through everything everyone has said so far. Some of you agree with, and some I don't, but none of you know the whole story, only which parts I decided to share. Anyway, I talked to the other guy last night and broke it off for good. Some of you have said that he was manipulating me and that our relationship was like a rebound for me. I never thought about it that way. It actually made it easier to break things off. He was my escape. He made me feel like I mattered to someone, but at the end of the day, if he really cared about me, he would have respected my marriage and family. As far as my husband goes, I am planning on telling him everything. I don't know what will happen from here. The other thing I'd like to address is the open marriage idea that a lot of you have brought up either and hear on private messages. We have actually discussed it in the past long before any of this ever happened. We didn't have sex for 6 months after our son was born, and even after that, it was a pretty rare that we were intimate at all. My husband travels a lot for work, and while on a business trip, he got drunk and got head from a girl at a bar. He told me about it right away, and it honestly didn't bother me at all. We made up rules that we both feel comfortable with, and he's very honest about it. We never talk about a possibility of the relationship working both ways. We never established rules for me because at that time, my sex drive was so low that I didn't even have a thought of wanting anything sexual from anyone, including my husband. The problem with that I am doing now is that the affair wasn't just about getting off for me. The women my husband has been with was completely for sexual reasons because he wasn't getting his needs met at home. The man I was with was very emotional. I think my husband will be hurt more about that part than the sex itself.